This is Larry Connors USA. Larry Connors USA.
When you talk about critical race theory, which is pretty much going to be teaching kids how to hate each other, how to dislike each other, that's pretty much, I don't care what you say, it's pretty much what it's going to all come down to. You're going to deliberately teach kids, this white kid right here got it better than you because he white? You're going to purposely tell a white kid, oh, the black people are all down and suppressed. How do I have 2 medical degrees if I'm sitting here oppressed? How did I get, first of all, sign up, because I only got 5 minutes now, 5 minutes. 2 medical degrees. No mom, no dad in the house. Worked my way through college. Sat there and hustled my butt off to get through college. You going to tell me somebody that looked like all y'all white folks kept me from doing that? Are you serious?
Well, those are the words in the question posed by Ty Smith, a parent of 2 children in the Bloomington, Illinois school district. He is a conservative radio host. He was addressing the June 7th Illinois School Board meeting, fighting against this critical race theory, saying that's not right. We don't want it. Parents on both sides, I should say all sides of the color spectrum, has some problems with this CRT that the left has been trying to slip into the school system. I quoted in the preceding hour that one of them, being a immigrant from China, said, I was in China as a child when Mao took over, the Cultural Revolution, and what we were seeing then, indoctrination, is very close to what CRT is here at this day and age. She's against it. And here you have Ty Smith, a black conservative radio host, being against it. I was mentioning in a preceding segment about Juneteenth and the support for it, even among the Heritage Foundation. Juneteenth, of course, recognizing not the emancipation, but when slaves in Texas were told that they had been freed 2 years earlier. That was June 19th. Of course, the date was set to be that Friday ahead of it and this last time, so there would be a federal holiday, the 18th. That's why there was a federal holiday Friday, and it will be going forward. I was quoting earlier that Kay James, who had been one of the most prominent black conservative members in Washington and serving as the president of the Heritage Foundation, published a column saying many on the left are attempting to use Juneteenth to push an anti-American agenda and racial division. But the holiday has always been a day for recognizing America as an exceptional nation. She writes, Juneteenth is a perfect answer to those who are promoting critical race theory. Casey James said in an interview with Fox News, Juneteenth says, no, we do not need to destroy the very structures of this nation, the things that make us great. That while there are issues or problems in our history, look at how we overcame and are overcoming them. That's her approach on this Juneteenth and the CRT issue, critical race theory. You heard Ty Smith in some of his opening remarks say, oh, you're just basically trying to teach this child to hate that child because of the color of skin. And he says that push and that effort doesn't just involve the white community. He said it involves people of my own community that are actively pushing divisiveness based upon the color of the skin. Again, Ty Young.
Black folks are getting told by other black folks, oh, you know you ain't gonna be able to do nothing out there in the world because them white folks ain't gonna let you get no, or you know you're not gonna be able to do it here because you know the white man gonna keep you down. Well, how did I get where I am right now if some white man kept me down? How am I now directing over folks that look just like you guys in this room right now? How? What kept me down? What oppressed me? I worked for myself from off the streets to where I am right now. You gonna sit here and tell me this lie of critical race theory? This the reason why black folks can't get ahead because of white folks? Are you kidding me?
Now, again, back to Casey James, black woman serving as president of America's leading conservative think tank organization, Heritage, for 3 years, believes conservatives need to, quote, step into this moment, reference Juneteenth, and how it ties to CRT in the sense of recognizing some value, not being divisive, but bringing us together. She said, this is not a moment I shy away from in our American history and in our American culture. As conservatives, we believe in human flourishing. We believe in lifting people out of poverty, finding solutions to the education gap in this country. We know how to provide better access to health care, and it's a privilege for me to speak on Juneteenth to say, would you give our ideas a look? And the ideas she's promoting, the Heritage Foundation, and the remarks of Ty Young are not divisiveness to break us apart, but what do we do to coalesce and bring together? Do you remember when Trump was president? I'm sure many of you do. When he had a lot of leaders in the black community, entrepreneurs, sports figures, and so forth, coming forward and saying, join us in a task force, take the lead as to what we can do to make things better, in the inner city in particular. And one of his key concerns was infrastructure, which he was pushing. Unemployment itself during his administration, black unemployment went to record lows. They did not do that under Obama. I'm not knocking Obama for it. I'm just pointing out the fact. For that matter, Obama didn't push through Juneteenth. But every time we try to find some reason to say someone is less than me because of their skin color, or that I'm better than them because of their skin color, that goes against everything Juneteenth, according to the black conservative woman leading Heritage Foundation for 3 years says, and it goes against the remarks of Ty Young, and he of course brings in the name of the one name that all of us should coalesce around and say what he said then was true, just as true then as it is today and will be tomorrow.
Martin Luther King said he wanted his kids to grow up in a world where they are judged by the contents of their what? Their character, not their skin. If they letting this stuff go on right now, it is absolutely doing the complete reverse of what he's doing. So when February comes, don't talk about Martin Luther King. When February comes, don't talk about Black History Month. Y'all gonna sit there and just pee on his grave with this nonsense? That's exactly what's about to happen. Lastly, we are talking about our kids. We are talking about our children. What's so sickening about me, I love the Discovery Channel. You will see that on the Discovery Channel, animals will put their lives on the line to protect their children from danger. Nobody want to get to the heart of the matter, get to the meat of the matter, get to more of the story. It all comes down to it. The person that's going to be suffering from this, the one's going to be hurt from this, is the kids. 10 years from now, if this stuff goes on, whose fault is it going to be? Whose fault is it going to be? Who we going to look back on and blame for this? Because this is stuff we're talking about right now.
But critical race theory and the 1619 Project, both claiming that America was founded on racism. It was founded just to bring slaves to the country. I go back, when I look at the achievements, just look at the Heritage Foundation. And the woman who has served, as I said, 3 years as president of the Heritage Foundation, Casey James, and she makes it very clear that, we together, our view should be to find a way to help each other. And if you want to look at just the history and the shameful part of this country, Democrats, it was your party that was pushing to hold on to slavery. It was your party that installed Jim Crow laws. Now, does that say Democrats today are like they were then? No, it doesn't. But they have no problem with making up facts as they move along. Then they want to ignore the real facts. If I can accept that Democrats today are not the Southern Democrats that existed then, is it just possible that those on the left could accept that maybe they're being fed a bunch of lies to just create more division? Final remarks from Ty Young.
I'm in the hood. I'm in the communities. I'm out there with folks in their face. I've been doing stuff since I was 18 years old, talking to black folks. And you know what? None of them are buying this nonsense. None of them are. But if you want to implement this into the school system, I guarantee you to the day that I die, I'm going to be the very person right there debunking stuff, tearing stuff down, letting them know they can do exactly what I did and get exactly where I am by putting themselves to work and getting there. And ain't not one white person ever don't keep any of them from getting there. So the CRT stuff, BS.
CRT is BS, he said. And to that point, again, the Heritage president for 3 years, black Republican conservative, obviously, Casey James saying, and I'm quoting her, one of the biggest battles facing conservatives in the debate over race in America is separating out those individuals who say if you're against critical race theory, you therefore by default are a racist. She said we have to diffuse that. And for anyone interested in having a sincere, genuine conversation about where we are as a nation, if you genuinely care about solving racial problems in America, ask a conservative to explain to you why critical race theory is not appropriate. Or ask Ty Young or the woman who immigrated from China. Some final thoughts and some remarks I heard over the weekend. Stand by, please.
You can follow Larry on Larry Connors USA Facebook. Larry Connors USA Facebook.